What's going on, Dividend Chasers? It's the Dividend Bloodhound here with another investing update. Getting this out super quick because I've just woke up on a Sunday morning, as you can probably tell, and it turns out that Warren Buffett has sold out of every single airline position that he has. Panic! Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the serious part of this video. Sorry for the little panic bit there. Just literally that would be what's ringing through the ears of the CEOs of all those airlines this morning. But yeah, getting into the actual content of this video now. So Berkshire Hathaway made a £40 billion Q1 loss this year so far. That's came out very recently in the last few hours or so, and it actually turns out that Warren Buffett has came clean, came public, as he has to do, of course, being such a big shareholder in these companies, and has said that he's sold out of every single one of his airline positions, his American airline positions. This includes his 11% position in Delta, his 10% position in American Airlines, his 10% position in Southwest Airlines, and 9% in United Airlines. This is a considerable amount of equity that he has sold out of. He owns all of those. He owned all of those chunks in them companies, and now he's ditched it all completely. And that, forgive me while I have a little bit of a look at my notes. So he's got 1.7% of his total portfolio was Delta. 0.5% of his portfolio was American Airlines, 1.2% of the portfolio was Southwest, and 0.8% of the portfolio was United, totaling 4.2% sale of his portfolio, admitting that he basically called it wrong. So he bought a load of new shares in recently, as you will have probably seen in the news, thinking that they were at a record low prices due to the health crisis, and he was getting an absolute bargain. And he has admitted publicly, it has to be said, that he called this wrong, and now he's sold out of all of them, basically because he does not know, much like the rest of us, where the airline industry is going to end up after this pandemic, after this health crisis, and where America and the tourism industry is going to be as a whole. He's been in the airline industry since roughly 2016. Raking in dividends off all of them, but he's had to sell all of these, and since the crash, at a hefty loss to himself and of course Berkshire Hathaway. He did say in his public statement that he hopes he is wrong about the airline industry, and perhaps he can get back in, or I would assume that he might get back in at a later date. He hasn't actually said that, but he did say that he hopes he's wrong and he hopes that it recovers much quicker, but because he doesn't know where it's going to be, he's taking the high road, taking the safer road, taking the loss straight on the chin, straight on the nose, and just going to deal with it onwards. Fortunately for him, Berkshire Hathaway's got, and he's sat on about $150 billion in cash anyway, so it's not like he's absolutely going to go bankrupt over it or anything, over what is a small position in his portfolio and an investing mistake. That being said, what is going to happen Monday morning? So he's pulled out. Generally, we've all found out after market hours. So what is going to happen Monday morning when the markets open, not just to the American airlines that I've mentioned, Southwest, Delta, United and American Airlines, but American Airlines as a whole. These airlines have had a bailout off the US government, much like the ones in the IAG in the UK is getting towards it, and Dutch Lufthansa, the one that I have 2 shares in that's worth about a tenner, they've had a bailout as well of roughly 10 billion euros from the German government. So what is this going to say for the whole airline industry and investing community as a whole? We really, really don't know. Now, me being the slight pessimist that I am, would think that the prices are going to drop on Monday morning when the market opens, as people react, because there's an awful lot of people out there that follow what Warren Buffett does, and if he's bailing out of a stock, being the grandmaster essentially that he is, that all us investors seem to like practically worship the guy, then you can bet your bottom dollar that a lot of people are going to bail out as well. So this could cause a further price crash, and the prices are already down a significant amount, 50, 60, 70% in some cases. So this could cause them to spike down even further. It's purely speculation. Obviously I can't call that. Most people out there can't call that. It just seems a logical reaction to me in light of what he's actually done. But who knows? I could be wrong. It could come the other way, where people think that it's a significant opportunity to buy because there's so much on the market as well. But I doubt that personally. But that's up to you to decide. I'm not making any recommendations on buying stock here. I haven't even looked into what the prices are at the moment in the futures. I just know there's going to be significant movement on Monday morning when the markets actually open. That being said, that is sort of my reaction to this over. What do we know going forward? Who knows? We are definitely in uncharted territory now. I've never seen such a big bailout of so many different airlines all at once by the same person and by such a significant amount of money. I mean, he's pulled the plug on 10% of practically 10% on 4 airline companies. What do we say? What do we do? Who knows? We can only go. I'm pretty glad I'm not an airline shareholder in a major way at the moment, but who knows? Anyway, that wraps me up for this one. Sorry about the crazy little structure of the video. If you've liked what you've seen and this video has brought you some value, please hit that like button in the corner there and hit the subscribe button to get notified of when I find out little nuggets of information like this and bring it to you as quick as I possibly can, sometimes in an unorthodox way. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the very next video. Goodbye.